Hello, this is Andrew Smith and I'm now reporting on day 12 of my MLM Lead System 90-day challenge. In the previous little over a week, the focus has been setting up the system. I've also been spending time trying to promote myself on Twitter and YouTube. Now, the purpose of this particular activity was using the tutorials that are provided by MLM Lead System Pro was to go through and to plan your marketing strategy and decide things like your budget, if you're doing paid marketing, decide which social networks you're going to be using to generate leads. So the first thing here is it just gives you a bit of an overview as to the different types of marketing. You've got your social media, your content marketing, and then your paid marketing. Now, the first focus of this really is to put together a timeline or put together a plan for how many leads you would like to have created by when. So there's a number of benchmarks. The first benchmark is to have generated your first 10 leads, then your first 100 leads, then getting to the level where you're generating 10 leads per day, 25 leads per day, and 50 leads per day on a consistent basis. So I've already generated my first couple of leads, so I've said that by the end of next week I would have generated my first 10 leads. By the end of March I will have generated my first 100 leads, so giving myself a little bit over a month to complete that. By the end of May, I'd like to be at that level where I'm generating 10 leads per day. By the end of July, 25 leads per day, and by the end of September, 50 leads per day. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know how achievable that is. It seems to me that it's quite optimistic goals, but I mean, I'm putting in a fair bit of time. I'm putting in quite a lot of effort, so those are the kind of rewards that I would expect to see. The next step is to have a look and think about what level you're at in terms of an internet marketer. And there's the beginner level where you're in a situation where you're new to internet marketing and you've never generated leads online before. I've actually put myself at the intermediate level where I've been involved learning about internet network marketing for some time, or internet marketing for some time, and I have generated I've generated probably 200 leads on my own, but I haven't reached the level where I'm generating 20 leads per day on a regular basis. So that's why I put myself at the intermediate level. Moving on from that, you can go down to the section that relates to you and your achievements to date. So here I am as an intermediate internet marketer. Now, the next step is to start to prioritize which methods you're going to use to generate leads, because obviously you don't want to start trying to use every social network and every method of content marketing in one go. So it's more about choosing the ones that you're going to really focus on, get really proficient, really good at one or two, and then start to add extra ones. So I've chosen Twitter. Now the bonus pack that I also enrolled in the 90-day challenge, the focus seems to be Twitter, so I've chosen that as my main social media marketing method, and I'm also going to use YouTube simply because my other main focus is to generate a lot of videos and aim to generate traffic by creating video content. Now the next section is the paid marketing. I am actually going to allocate a budget. It says there between $250 to $500 a month, and I'm going to be allocating around £300. Which is probably towards the top end of that budget. They recommend that if you're using Google PPC, your budget should be that little bit higher. So I'm going to focus on using the Yahoo pay-per-click networks and the MSM pay-per-click networks. And then there's the additional marketing option of blogging. Now, because I already have my blog set up, and again because it's a focus of the 90-day challenge, I'm going to continue with the blogging, aiming to drive my Twitter traffic and my Yahoo traffic to my blog. So I can continue that relation building process. The next sections relate to actually putting together your plan, your daily tasks, and your daily action plan. Now, because I showed you previously my own goals and tasks, this is something that I've already completed. So I've already put together a structure for what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So all I've done with that is I've added in, it's probably difficult to see because the font's very small, I've added in my first target of first 10 leads by 22nd of January on my January tab. And I've actually created an additional tab which will float along month by month. I'll move it along with each of my targets in terms of generating leads, and an overview of the strategies that I'm using. This has just been lifted straight off the previous sheet, but I prefer to keep everything together where I can see it there. So those are my goals. So hopefully by the 22nd of January I'll be able to report that I've generated my my first 10 leads. Now tomorrow I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Twitter and some of the work that I've been doing on that, so please stay tuned for that, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thanks for listening.